Hi, I'm Daniel, married to Rosie. We've got 4 kids and 2 cats, and they keep us all very busy. I worked in the property sector for a number of years, and now I'm a pastor. Now, when I was younger and into my teen years, I struggled with a deep fear and insecurity about using my voice. This fear would literally grip hold of me in pretty much most settings. Looking back, it's clear that these struggles were a mix of my low self-esteem and a serious lack of confidence. But as I reflect back over the years, I realized there was something more. There was a spiritual weight that seemed to shackle my ability to speak. Then at 19, after receiving prayer, I experienced a profound freedom from this fear. But I also received a sense of calling at that time to hear God's voice for myself and to use my voice to speak on behalf of God to other people. Now, on one hand, this deeply excited me, but on the other hand, it utterly terrified me, both in equal measure. But nevertheless, I've been on this exciting journey of hearing God for over 20 years, and I'm very much looking forward to this next adventure. In today's society and culture, with increasing worldly voices dominating our sound waves, we need to hear the voice of God now more than ever before. And so I believe there's this trumpet blast, as it were, inviting the church into the wonderful calling of hearing God's voice like never before. That we would be those heralds, those messengers in all of our contexts that bring divine wisdom, breakthrough solutions, uplifting encouragement to ourselves and to those around us. And so the heart behind this book is very much to help you to develop hearing God's voice for yourself and for those around you. That you'd come to realize that if God can use my voice with all its limitations, He can most certainly use your voice too. Well, firstly, voice would appeal to any Christian who has a desire to hear God for themselves and for other people. Whether hearing God is a new concept to you, or you'd say you're fairly experienced in this whole area, the book has got practical growth steps for every stage of the journey. Secondly, it's also for church leaders or small group leaders. This book has a 6-week program leveraging the key chapters that you could take your church or small group community through. It includes group discussions, activities, key scriptures and prayer activations as well. So whether personally or as a church community, there's opportunity for you to grow in hearing God's voice for yourself and other people. Having read and listened to much commentary on the subject of hearing God's voice, and through my own experiences as well as being a pastor, I'm convinced one of the biggest needs in this whole area is pastoral care. How do we share what God is saying without damaging relationships with other people? How can we give and receive words within the safety of a healthy community? I'm sure you've noticed, like I have, that in between the giving and receiving of a word and the fulfillment of that word, there's this in-between stage, isn't there, where we're weighing the word and we're journeying with others to see that word fulfilled. Well, much of the book is focused on helping us to live and operate in that in-between stage. Practical steps to help us remain in right relationships, to walk in faith and in peace, and to ultimately step into all that God has spoken in us and through us.